I'm grinning like a school child because we just got to see Bloodseeker, Spirit Breaker, and Timbersaw all in the same game. It was an absolute stomp from Kaipi. They took game 2. They forced the game 3. The draft is well underway. I do apologize that we missed a decent amount of it. Our XSplit crashed. We'll hop into it now. We'll quickly run through the bans. It'll be speed drafting as far as the discussion goes. For Kaipi, they ban out Wisp and Batrider, and in the first phase, they pick a Bane and a Visage. On EG's side, they ban the Timbersaw, and they banned the Spirit Breaker, 2 heroes that gave them all sorts of trouble in that game number 2. Then they proceed to pick up a Treant and a Nature's Prophet. In the second stage of bans, Kaipi ban out OD and Weaver, and EG ban out Anti-Mage and Alchemist. So the hard carries being banned by EG, those solo mids for the most part being banned by Kaipi. And now in the second stage of picks, we see a Phantom Lancer Clockwork for Kaipi. Completely different strategy, much more late game oriented. Not as much of a crazy tower diving squad. And then for EG, a Lone Druid and a Bounty Hunter. Of course, I should introduce myself now that we've caught up with the draft. I'm David L.D. Gorman of Beyond the Summit. Delighted to be bringing you these games. This is the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. And if you haven't already heard, they are doing a giveaway. There's a fully loaded gaming computer that you have a chance to win. If you head over to gc.corsair.com, you can enter for your chance and also find out more about their other giveaways. They're doing Dota TV ticket giveaways daily, 2 or 3, I believe, every single day. Once again, that's gc.corsair.com. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1 and especially game number 2. The picks look more standard here, mostly due to the bans, I feel. That Timbersaw mid felt very legit. Spirit Breaker, very powerful hero to punish split push lineups. One of the best, along with perhaps Storm Spirit, maybe Batrider, Shadowblade Dragon Knight's decent there, but that Spirit Breaker can find you from anywhere, and especially those Invis heroes as well. So, very creative draft from Kaipi. Now we'll see if they can win more of a straight-up game. In game 1, the more straight-up game went to EG. They did it on the back of a Batrider Bounty Hunter 1-2 punch, but they won't have the Batrider this game. They'll have to find their track gold elsewhere. And truth be told, I'm not sure how well Bounty Hunter fits into this draft, because they don't really have much gank now. Treant's not a good ganker. Prophet's alright with follow-up. He's not really a great 2-hero kind of ganker. Maybe with your ult, you could find some kills early on supports, but the track kills may be few and far between for EG. So then this Bounty Hunter is mostly useful just to harass and slow down the Bane and the Visage in the jungle. Now a TA picked up by Kaipi. Arteezy in game 1, he had a Weaver mid. Not really a snowball hero, not particularly a lane dominator, especially in the mid lane. Not the best matchup for Weaver, relies much more on chasing, generally stronger in the side lanes. But this game, they'll get him more of a classic solo mid. They'll get him the TA, and we'll have to see what EG actually lane against that TA. They'll go for a Juggernaut now. So EG, very heavy on the push. Healing Ward, Lone Druid Bear, Prophet Treants, and then just the Living Armor to help keep them alive. Still not any setup for the Juggernaut Blade Fury. It's a solo mid-jug, so when you run solo mid-jug against TA, the one big thing you get is Refraction won't do much, because Blade Fury pretty much instantly removes Refraction. The problem is generally, unless you have backup, TA can just right-click you through Blade Fury and pretty much drive you up the lane or even kill you. So Jo most likely just being sent mid to get the early points in Healing Ward to try and get level 7, level 8 as fast as possible. Ideally 9 and 10 so that you've got the max Healing Ward and you can start to push with your team. But that's a lane that should go pretty well for Arteezy, all things considered, especially with the kind of skill he's shown us today. So on that note, we'll introduce our teams. EG, they took game 1, they dropped game 2, and now they'll look to close out Kaipi. They're the veteran squad, they're the bigger name. At least until lately, they've been the bigger names. Demon, handling your off-lane Bounty Hunter. Jo, your solo mid Juggernaut, rushing the bottle. We'll have Fear on the carry Lone Druid, headed safe lane, packing a Stout Shield on his bear. Beediz, support Treant, once again, bought the Courier, Observers, as well as Sentries. Truly epitomizing the support role here. And on the side of Kaipi, you've got, well, the team with some swag after the way that game went. Bone7, reprising his role as the off-lane Clockwork. We'll have, Pylai Dai playing the support Bane. We'll see where he heads. Now, EE heading towards the bottom lane, handling the Phantom Lancer. Come with me, your support Visage. No Spirit Breaker for him, sad to say. And now Arteezy actually not going mid as the TA, heading to the side lane. Looking for the 1v1 matchup against Demon, it appears. Bone7 sitting on just the one set of tangos and Stout Shield. So we can still rush a bottle, it won't be that delayed. And the Stout Shield will help him if he's up against Lone Druid or Prophet. But he won't be. He'll be up against... I thought he wouldn't. Yeah, he'll be up against the Juggernaut, excuse me. So, all things considered, no sentries for RTZ. You do have Refraction. Bounty Hunter doesn't have much damage over time, so you're not going to die, but still the harassment can be a nuisance. And Demon will definitely get levels in this off lane. He'll hit RTZ once, he'll start pulling the wave. And RTZ will be forced to last hit under tower. Has started with 6 tangos, the Rain of Protection, no Stout Shield or anything like that for him. He's a ranged hero in the end, but will be taking quite a bit of harassment, whereas Demon with a poor man shield and the really high 6 armor won't care as much. RTZ does have 6, but only from that additional regen. So bottom lane, Kaipi going aggressive tri-lane against Fear's safe lane Lone Druid. And they have a pretty good tri-lane to punish a Lone Druid. You can enfeeble the hero, you can enfeeble the bear, it'll be hard for him to farm. You can sleep the bear, then lance it, then soul assumption it. They've taken Grave Chill early just to slow it down. And generally for EG, when they've had success, it has come on the back of Fear having a good start. The mid lane, as long as Jo has mana, he's in good shape, but the thing is you can always spam Cogs as Bone 7. So Jo will rely a lot on this bottle to be able to have Blade Fury. Otherwise, if he gets caught in Cogs with Battery Assault, could end up going down fairly early. You see he continues to spam the Cogs, just looking for the mana burn. Meanwhile, top lane, RTZ forced the last hit very far towards the enemy tower. Has a big wave here. Now he'll be duking it out with Demon. Demon only level 1. Living Armor comes out on Demon. They're going on RTZ. They do not want to let him snowball. There's your body block. RTZ, he hasn't taken a single point in Meld. I think they could have maybe gone for a kill here. Refraction removed by the illusions almost instantly. But they'll play it safe. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Grave Chill and Fear taking some decent damage. And EG, they'll go full aggression on this top side of the map. Bambo will rotate in. Just the Sage's Mask, I thought he started with the Ring of Basilius this game. Maybe I'm thinking of game 2, but might have sold it and chose to buy something else instead. But now he'll work towards that next item. We'll see if it's going to be a Ring of Basilius or just a casual Sobi Mask for now. Generally, the Basilius is what you want. TP scroll already up on Pylai Die. Love this response by him. If they try to dive RTZ and Bane shows up, can keep RTZ alive, can maybe turn the tides of that engagement. So early on, you can see all 3 cores for Kaipi getting a lot of farm. And the only trade that EG really has is that they're jungling their Prophet pretty well. Well, not that well, but Bambo is getting something out of the jungle. Kaipi aren't yet. Now they start to pull. They've rotated Fear, so complete lane swaps from EG. We'll see if Kaipi look to respond in kind. Fear, now even pulling that lane. I didn't see if he lost his bear earlier. No, he never lost it, so didn't give away any gold. And now they'll draw the lane back, and they get a Lone Druid versus TA matchup in the side lane as well. With Living Armor support, not an easy matchup for the TA. And there's not really great synergy between Templar Assassin as well as Bane. Because you have no way to remove sleep without sleeping yourself. It's all physical damage from RTZ. Now Beat is looking for a creep snipe. This will be a big one to kill. Can he get the last hit right? Oh, he messes up RTZ's last hitting. Doesn't get it for himself. But meanwhile mid, it's Jo. Dives Bone 7. No boots even necessary. Of course, Battery Assault does not go through Blade Fury. The cogs won't affect you when you're magic immune. So if you get caught and you can't cog him away from yourself, you can end up going down. Just caught the tail end of that, but great solo play from Jo. Finding a kill mid against Clockwork, who generally does all right versus Juggernaut. 10-3 for him, and 11-1 for the Juggernaut, but the first blood, give it to EG, and that's a great start for them. Now bottom lane, they have Demon here. Come with me. No dust, just the Sentry Ward in the lane. You're not going to kill Demon with just these 2 heroes. So Demon should get some levels. RTZ, however, is 17-4. Fear's only 6-0. And I think that's my big concern right now for EG is this lineup, it's all centered around, well, not all of it, but the majority of their strength is centered around the Healing Ward plus Lone Druid pushing fairly early. Having access to Living Armor, keeping your push going a bit longer. It's a strong pushing composition. Their ability to find track kills is very limited until much later on when Bambo has some big items up. Speaking of which, he's used all his clarity. He's just a bottle for Jo. Now going in on Bone 7. Blade Fury's in mid lane. Bone 7, only level 4, just now hitting level 5. He's maxing Battery Assault. If the Juggernaut overextends, uses all his Blade Fury, and Clockwork's able to cog him in Battery Assault and there's not creep support, and Juggernaut doesn't have the Healing Ward or Omni Slash, he can actually end up going down. So Jo wisely backs off towards the end of Blade Fury, and there would not be any further engagement by Bone 7. But look to Jo to be careful and just harass with Blade Fury, only going for kills if Bone 7's below a certain HP threshold. For the time being, there are boots up for Fear top lane, but the Enfeeble slowing down his farm quite a bit. Still only 7-1. And RTZ, what do you know? You give this man any kind of help, he will pay it back in spades. Now 26-9, working through the creep wave rather easily. And a good start for RTZ. Sure, Bone 7 died, but Clockwork's just your initiator in the mid game. This hero is not a big damage dealer for the team. They're getting free farm on their PL off lane, 28 and 11 for Eternal Envy. Now probably something on the... Oh, tower dive top lane. They're going in on Fear. He could be in trouble. The sleep already... Actually, not even used. There's no points in sleep. They don't need it. Arteezy on the run. He's got access to meld. Demon no track. Should simply be able to meld if necessary and walk away. Now there's sleep. Now, as Pylai Die hits level 4, and simultaneously, well, we just see Bambo jungling. So early treads for Eternal Envy. Goes to agility treads just for a little bit of extra push power. And Beat is now sitting bottom lane. Musical lanes from all these teams. He'll do a bit of pulling. No Reina Basilius on either of these heroes for Kaipi. Not really the best pushing combo, but mid lane Jayo's gone in. He's got Omni. This looks bad for Bone 7. Omni Slash should secure the kill, and it will be used just to make sure. Didn't want to get mana burned, trying to run away. Just wanted to make sure he got the kill, and he gets it. Give it 2 kills to Jayo, and that's a great start for him. Meanwhile, Demon hunting Arteezy, but with Refraction up and the sleep available. The Nightmare available. There's just no way you're getting that kill. So, 6 minutes in, scores 2-1. They are jungling their Nature's Prophet for EG. They have track gold in the mid game. They have Midas gold probably for Bambo, who really wants this neutral creep. Rather bold considering the amount of movement we see. Now he'll TP out. Oh, the neutral's coming in. Gets away, but it was fairly close. And now they've gone in top lane onto Demon. There's no detection, though, so it should be okay. Fear's back to bottom. Struggles to find a place. And when he died, I guess he didn't have his bear resummon. Must have just used it because it's just cooling down now. I have rarely seen Fear struggle this mightily. 8-1. Last game he at least got the farm, even though his team lost the game. But this game, not even finding that. So as mentioned, although they have a great pushing lineup, it centers heavily around the Lone Druid and Healing Ward. And if your bear has no items, Kaipi have a lot of minus armor. They've got Enfeeble to limit how much physical damage the bear does. They've got Meld to bring it down quickly, Cogs to hold it in position, and then the Lance to slow it and set up, as well as Grave Chill. So in practice, this EG bear, if it's not stacked, I don't think their push strat works. In some lineups, you can get away with a somewhat underfarmed bear, but their pushing power is almost entirely based on that. Bambo, Jungle Prophet, Treants aren't going to do a whole lot against Clockwork Rockets. There is a bit of lack of AoE from Kaipi's side, but I think it's enough. Now going on Bone 7 again is Jayo. He can't go for the kill yet, but zoning him completely out of lane. Last game, it's just been a topsy-turvy series. We've seen players have great games. We've seen players have horrible games. Bone 7, a pretty horrible start for him, 0-2 in the lane. Jayo off to a great start. Last game, Bone 7 was crushing, and Demon was the one who was really struggling. This game, Demon doing decently. He's hit level 6. He's got access to track now. Let's see where he goes. He's got a TP scroll in line, but generally on Bounty Hunter, you want to have something besides just boots. At least a little bit of mono regen, maybe your phase boots. Here comes Come With Me, though. He's found Fear. They don't want to let him farm. He's invis. He actually walks near a Sentry Ward, but will not end up walking into it. Jayo mid lane, pushing a little bit past the river, but there's really no way for Kaipi to punish this. Not until Pylai Die hits level 6, which he doesn't have yet. Come With Me, still lurking mid. Standing at the magic bush to block any creep spawns. Now pops the Sentry Ward down, slowing down the aggression. Demon's TP'd in mid. He'll rotate through the jungle. Arteezy, meanwhile, level 6, phase boots and Ring of Kill up. He's your lead farmer, 46 and 11. Eternal Envy not far behind him, and here comes Demon, rotating through the jungle. Bambo, how does he always find these couriers? Even when he's not killing them, he's finding them in the jungle. He's a magnet, I swear to God. Bambo hacks. It's one thing to be good at Dota, it's one thing to have a courier magnet in your back pocket. You can buy that at the Dota store, by the way, if you haven't heard. Bambo, maybe going to look to make a dive with Demon as well as Jayo here. There's an Omni Slash available. Omni Slashing to get through the cogs, and now, although Bone 7 tries to hook away, cannot escape. Bambo ignoring that. He'll go for a Midas. He'll have it soon, about 9 minutes in. Meanwhile, though, first tower goes to Arteezy. So 9 minutes in, your kill score 3-1. EG are leading. They've got track gold online for Demon. They have an okay lineup for finding kills with Prophet now being, or almost being level 6. Just hits it now. Can skill his ultimate any second. They can find a handful of track kills, but you still have to say Kaipi, they're in a comfortable position now. They've gotten good farm on their TA. She can control the mid game for Arteezy. And then you've got Clockwork, a decent turtling hero, always difficult to push into. They still have all their tier 1s up, so if EG try to dive for track kills, which they'll likely want to do, they'll be diving into Clockwork hooks, they'll be diving into TP ganks from potentially Templar Assassin. And a lot of these heroes are not easy to kill. Clockwork, hard to kill through the cogs and the hook, the ability to retreat using a hook, as well as the fact that Phantom Lancer can go invis. Your TA can go invis and has refraction. Nobody's a particularly easy kill, which means while they're busy trying to find those kills, Kaipi are farming other lanes. You have to spend dust to get a lot of them. And it'll prevent EG from accruing too much of a lead. So, the Entangle comes mid from the Lone Druid Bear. They found Jo on the high ground. There's your grip. Set up by Pylai Die. Now they go in with Mel. Jo can't get out of this one. Arteezy makes his first move, and it's a success. Now they'll gank the Bear as well. Oh no, that's another 300 gold. Give it to Arteezy as well. Suddenly, 1,800 gold has his drums, or if he wants a Blink Dagger, that first component for a VKB, he'll have it soon. He'll be given the bottle of Bone 7. Now, he'll pop the Regener and he'll hand it back. Efficiency from Kaipi. Got to get that value. Lumi and Merlini would be very proud. They'll de-ward on the bottom lane. Overall for EG, they trail by 2.5k gold. They lead by 1.5k experience. But given the nature of their lineup and given the fact that Lone Druid isn't farming, it's a pretty heavy disadvantage for them. Kaipi definitely in the driver's seat here. Eternal Envy left unchecked. Already has a Yasha. Treads up as well. Just the maximum split pushing farming build for him outside of going for a Radiance. Mobile in these fights helps him to run away from the Bounty Hunter. And although they want to gank him, there's a Sentry Ward in the lane. They would have spotted Demon had he TP'd in and walked straight up the lane, but Demon ran from the sidelines. He spots out Eternal Envy. There's a Prophet ult available. They'll go and come with me instead. They'll track him to start. Jo, Omni Slash online, not going to look to go. EG will be back. They really need to secure some farm on Fear. He's at 2,400 net worth. He can start to go for some of those cheap mid-game items. He's picked up a Gloves of Haste. Oh, is he going back for a Midas? Well, looks like the old man might want to try and take it late game and play a little catch-up Dota. We'll see if he's able to, but in the jungle, it's Jo. He's been caught out. His healing ward picked off. No Omni Slash available. Just used it. Couldn't find a kill with it. In fact, barely even scratched any of Kaipi's heroes. Now Beat is next in line. 2 dead, both to the Bane, but it's Arteezy doing the bulk of the damage. Now they're diving Demon. He just went invis. The pings come out. The dust on Bone 7 is available. No, he's TPing mid. They'll try and stall. EG took a tier 1 mid. Can they take a tier 2? The tier 1 bottom is about to fall. Demon sticking around. He wants to maybe go for the deny. He's trying to find an isolated hero to latch onto, but he's walked right into trouble. Demon throws away his own life. Didn't realize there's a Sentry Ward here. And Kaipi says, thank you very much for the gold. We'll take it. There's your Fear Midas. So 12 minutes in. A slow start for the Lone Druid. He'll try and play catch up now. But it's going to be hard to catch up with Envy, who's gone for, as I mentioned, pretty much the fastest farming build on a Phantom Lancer outside of having to keep the light on your team, outside of going for Radiance. Yasha's such a good split pushing item. He is only level 8. He's a little bit under level just because he was safe off lane and EG got off some pulls. They were able to deny some creeps, but still Envy in comfortable position now. And the big thing for Kaipi is they just have so many heroes who can control the map. The Familiar's basically a hero of their own. Then you've got your Grave Trill, your Soul Assumption, your Fiend's Grip, and now the traps get dropped bottom. Beat is on the run. He'll go invis and look to help Jo get out of trouble, but a double Familiar stun halts them in their tracks. So I think if you're EG now, even though you have a Bounty Hunter, you don't really want to fight. You'd much rather split push and avoid confrontation. Because Kaipi have way more nukes, way more burst damage, the stronger fighting heroes now, and it looks like Arteezy is maybe going for a Desolator. He's picked up an early Mithril Hammer, has not bought an Ogre Club yet, so going for some big burst damage. As I mentioned before, TA is one of the better ways to deal with a Lone Druid Bear in the mid game. Midas doesn't give you any more armor on your Bear. It doesn't help you move away from or resist the physical damage output of a TA. So Arteezy, if he wants to go for a Desolator, they can do Roche early, they can kill the Bear easily, and that would force EG to really angle for late game, which kind of plays into the PL's hands. They'll dive the bottom lane. Omni Slash is there, but it hits 2. Envy on the run. He's tracked up. Jo giving chase, but Eternal Envy just a bit too fast. Now a Fiend's Grip deployed. They've caught Beat. Shuriken tossed by Demon. Well timed. Will cancel that grip. In comes their hook from Bone 7. He's found Fear. Healing Ward keeps him in fighting shape. It's up to Pylai Die to kill it off. He runs in. He will kill it. Now Fear trapped for the time being, but still alive. Envy comes in. Lances Fear. Do they actually look to dive this? It's hard to say if they can. They're still chasing. Envy thinks about it. It's a long way to go for him. On the backside, it's Come With Me, trying to man up against Jo. He finds a kill on Bambo. Does lose his own life in doing so. Now Jo on the run. There's no follow-up damage. From the sidelines comes Demon. The concern for EG is they're not finding many track kills, and Kaipi isn't fighting with Arteezy. Looks like he didn't have Mana to TP there. Maybe just wants to finish his Desolator before he gets involved, and I believe he's about 450 gold away. I think it's a 900 900 cost for SP? Yeah, it is. So make it 350. He's going to have a 15-minute Desolator.
Dire's bottom tower
Oh, boy. I mean, TA, we always talk about this hero as a snowball hero, a hero that you want to have a good start on. You can't really ask for a better start. And they have a Clockwork who can start the fights. They've got a lot of heroes who can just set up Arteezy for success. He doesn't really have to go in first. The one concern with rushing the Desolator and not getting something like drums, not getting a BKB, is that you are a bit squishy. But because he's got such great backup, I don't know that they really need him to go in first. And now he's up to 878 gold. He'll walk back to the fountain, and by the time he gets there, he'll have the recipe. So EG, they'll look towards the double Midas to turn this game around for them, but they've got a lot of work cut out for them if they want to turn it around. Bambo trying to split push the top lane. Envy, now up to 1,600 gold. Still, as far as the track kills go, Demon 0-1-1 has not quite found his footing. Hopefully, for his sake, he can start to find a few more as we approach the mid-game. And in comes a rotation from Kaipi. It'll be an early medallion. Did I mention Kaipi's good at Roche? Now they're really good at Roche. They've got familiars. They'll spot out Bambo here. Rocket into hook. Bambo's trapped. No TP out possible. Down she goes. And EG will look to trade. They have Healing Ward online. They've got the bear. They might be able to push mid, but if they... Well, they do know hook's down. It's a little bit safer for them, but still it's dangerous. You get caught by some familiar stuns. You get caught fighting Arteezy with that fresh Desolator, which EG do know about. They've tracked him. They've spotted it out. Could be putting themselves in harm's way. Arteezy probably going to wait out this track, and don't be surprised if Kaipi just walk right into the Roche pit. This is where Bambo, knowing that there's a Desolator up, really needs to micro trance, constantly scout the Roshan. Maybe Fear sends in the bear, but that's a 300 gold investment. They're not even going to wait. They walk towards the pit while Arteezy has track online. Kaipi just don't care. Come at us, they say. Now Demon's been caught, dusted up, and it looks like he's absolutely screwed. He does do a decent amount of damage to Bone 7, but one soul assumption, a plink from Arteezy, and Demon bites the dust. No track available, minimal vision in this fight. Prophet, top lane, just pushing now. Bambo, still a good 10 seconds until he can TP. Will we see one of those desperate, dramatic Bambo Aegis snipes? Well, this is dangerous. If he goes in for this, the chances of success are very, very low, and even Bambo can. Roshan dying too quickly. Just now, his TP cooling down, his teleportation. So Kaipi, 17-minute Aegis, leading 9-4 in the best of 3. Or in game 3. Tied up 1-1 in the best of 3, excuse me. Now Vlad's for Eternal Envy. Going for the build that we saw Havos go for quite a few times in the Alienware Cup. So obviously the nice thing with this build is it makes your TA a lot stronger. It helps your team to push and just fight earlier in general. Even though Phantom Lancer's not generally viewed as a particularly fighting-oriented hero, more of a split pusher, more of a farmer, when they have so many other heroes that are good at fighting, it allows Envy to just contribute early. So, interesting choice. I don't know if it's the best PL item, but I think it's a great item for their team. So we'll see if EE can make it work. For the time being, he's split pushing. He's applying some pressure to these lanes, and EG still looking to get on the board with track kills. 4 kills total, 18 minutes in. Let me tell you, when you pick Bounty Hunter, you want more than 4 kills. You would much rather it be 14-19 than 4-9. The track goal just not adding up for them yet. But you do have to go back to the draft and say, where did they expect the track gold to come from? Lone Druid's not a great ganker. The Tree is not a great ganker. Juggernaut's decent when Omni Slash is up, but it has a pretty long cooldown. Over 2 minutes at level 1 and still 2 minutes at level 2. And it doesn't always secure you kills. Mid lane, though, they're going to push aggressively at that. They've got the Desolator. Arteezy posting up past the tower. And he'll bring it down in a hurry. There's no defense mounted by EG. They'll just back straight up as Kaipi continue to press their advantage. Bottom lane, it's Bambo applying a little momentum here. 18 minutes in. Kaipi are threatening for a tier 2 mid. Can't stop, won't stop, they say. They march onward. The Desolator really doing work on this tower. Only 13 armor after the reduction. After the minus armor, I should say. Bambo's been thwarted mid, and still the push continues. Or top. Bottom. God. Process of elimination. If it's not top and it's not mid, it must be bottom. Now an entangle on Arteezy. That'll remove his refraction, but Jo comes in. A 2-hero overgrowth. A decent Blade Fury. Remember, though, there is still an Aegis, and doesn't even matter. Arteezy at full HP. The bear to fall in a matter of seconds. No match for the Desolator. No match for the minus armor. They've lost their Juggernaut. The Fiend's Grip was used to secure the kill, and now who goes into this fight? Demon can't go in. Certainly not against 5. All Bambo can really do is try and draw them back. They'll buy back on Jo. They really want to fight now. Arteezy still is Aegis. They want to defend this tower. He's not even dropping that quickly. Still alive. Sticking around. He's even going back in. He runs away. He goes back in. He does lose his Aegis. Where's the backup? The backup was on the backside where they killed off Bambo. Arteezy comes back. He has fresh refraction. They could kill this bear again. If they kill the bear again, Fear is no bear for 100 seconds. That bear's in trouble. Is there another Lance? It's now slept. Now the Lance is on to Fear. I think well, maybe they'll just skip killing the bear. It is 300 gold, but killing Fear would be a whole lot sweeter. There's your trap. Jo on the run. Blade Fury just not doing much. Fear, look at the damage. Desolate absolutely murders him. And now Jo's on the back foot. Kaipi drive EG back to their base. Fear's going to guy back as well. Did he have his Midas off cooldown? Doesn't matter, because he didn't give it to his hero. Still on the bear. You know you feel desperate when you're buying back a Lone Druid with no Spirit Bear cooldown, no Midas available because it's on your Spirit Bear, and you're only 20 minutes in, and you can't do a damn thing. 5 heroes alive, all they can do is sit in their base and watch as it burns around them. Kaipi, the Carthaginians here, and EG feeling like the Romans. Just salt in the fields, their lands burning around them, struggling to recover. Game 3 looking very good for Kaipi. We'll check the gold graph now. 21 minutes in, it's a 10k gold lead for Team Kaipi. A 10k experience lead, a bit over the 10k gold lead mark. And, well, they may find Arteezy. This will be a sweet kill. That's track gold they desperately need. 5 heroes for EG, descend on the top lane. Arteezy, no way out. Blade Fury quickly removing the refraction. That's a 5 hero track kill, and it's on the most farmed hero on the map. Also, Arteezy, I believe, did he have his BKB? Actually, it might have all been reliable gold. So not sure if he could have bought it before dying, but either way, he'll still have it now. He's got all reliable gold now. Maybe lost just a tiny bit from that death of unreliable, but he'll have his BKB soon. And the thing is, once he has BKB, I don't really know what EG do. Blade Fury will no longer damage him, so it won't remove refraction charges. They'll have to rely heavily on this entangle just to hold him in place. And he can always BKB out of that. EG, they've got to press their advantage now while Arteezy's dead. And they'll do it here. Plate Mail up on the Lone Druid Bear before your Phase Boots, before your Maelstrom, before a Hyperstone. Here comes your fight. It all comes down now. The Fiend's Grip canceled quickly. Jo, Blade Furying forward. Right-clicking the tower. Will he TP out? He's not doing so yet. Come with me. Track, but standing his ground for the time being. Kaipi, still standing strong. They've actually brought Demon low. Bone 7 the first to find a kill on that Triet. Now Bone 7 on the run. The Omni Slash from Jo. Perfect bounces. Almost as good as some micro skills, but now he's in trouble. Desolator's there. The minus armor's there too. And Fear is going to lose another bear. They should be killing the bear first for the extra gold, but that's just nitpicking. Kaipi, they killed the Lone Druid yet again. Remember, Fear just bought back. He's still up to 1,700 gold, but this is not the kind of game that Fear is accustomed to having. 0-3-2, losing his bear throughout these fights, constantly spending time at the well, couldn't farm for the first 10 minutes, and make it 15-6. Kaipi leading. Whew! What a game it's been so far. Kaipi has really been on the rise lately. Very impressive stuff from them. They have not won this game yet, but Roshan number 2 will be just as easy to claim. And now that Arteezy is BKB, I think they can be much more confident about their fight selection. They also have the Orchid on Bone 7. Second game in the row, we've seen him go for that Orchid. Just loves having the silence. I guess it gives you a lot more burst damage. Maybe allows you to find those solo kills a bit easier. Speaking of which, he's found Bambo. And Bambo will fall again. Clockwork's such a good hero to punish the split-pushing Prophet. And while that was happening, Arteezy finds a solo kill on Demon. Didn't have Dust. Didn't have a gem. There's no Sentry Ward. I guess Demon tried to right-click him when he came out of Invis, or just wasted a Shadow Walk by mistake. Because otherwise, you probably shouldn't be dying to Arteezy. No, there were no creeps to splash to. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery. Would have to watch the replay to see how that went down. But it's another death for Demon. It's more time on the side lanes where he's not finding track kills, and Kaipi continue to extend their advantage. Thing is, for them, they still have the ticking time bomb of a Phantom Lancer. EG went for double Midas. I feel that's, if you have a good start, that's fine, but to go for double Midas when you're behind to a free farm Phantom Lancer and a free farm TA is, well, it's basically just hoping that Kaipi decide to make a bunch of mistakes and give you track hold, because else, Midas is not going to keep, sure, you might keep up in terms of farm, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it allows you to push and end the game before the Phantom Lancer gets huge. Not when Eternal Envy had the kind of start he did. Either way, that decision is long past us. EG will have to live with it for better or for worse. And what do you know? It's Bone 7. He's found Bambo again. He finds another kill. I don't think Bambo's learned his lesson, guys. Maybe he needs to go split push top again. Every time, to be fair, I'm laughing at Bambo, but it's really great play from Bone 7. He's just hunting Bambo every time he sees a lane that's empty, he tries to go aggressive.